So the Manta5 Hydrofoiler XE-1 is a hydrofoil bike, and so it's part plane, part e-bike. So below the surface you've got hydrofoils and a propeller, and as you're pedaling you're directly driving your propeller, so that's what gives you the forward momentum. And then above the water it's an electric bike, so as you're pedaling it gives you assistance to be able to plane for longer. Yeah, so the bike can accelerate to speeds of over 13 miles an hour. We typically love to ride in lakes, but you can ride anywhere from lakes, waterways, or sort of coastal areas. Our founder, Guy, Howard Willis in New Zealand, is a bit of a visionary, a bit of a dreamer, and he had this whole idea of replicating the true cycling experience, but on water. And so that's really where the catalyst came from. And we started with one chief designer, and then we've had a whole bunch of engineers, anything from mechanical, electronic, design and aeronautic engineers to be able to bring it to life. The main design challenge was really around getting it back out of the water and planing again. So it's a world first to be able to submerge launch. So it's been 7 years of research and development to get it to this point. The submerged launch is an ability for you to be able to get started again if you've fallen off. So it's a bit of technique, you push it underneath you, and on the right angle you can actually come out of the water again and get planing. The battery lasts for up to an hour of full ride time. So what we find is often people will go for sort of 10-15 minutes, come back and let other people ride it, and we've found that the whole user experience is usually 3 to 4 hours of good ride. In the US it's selling for just under $7,500, and people can secure their bikes with a 10% deposit. So that'll secure themselves in the production queue, and then we deliver for April, May next year, just before summer. We've got quite a few of our customers, our early adopters, that have purchased the product here. So we're really excited to put it in their hands and see what they do with the bike. We see Manta5 as the next sport. We really want to see it as cycling's new frontier. So this first product is XE-1, which is more sort of for the wider market. But as we get this into the market, our engineers are ready and waiting to be able to get into the next products. So we've had a lot of interest from the resort market, the hire market, and we want to create products for that. But then we also really want to cultivate a sport. So our founder Guy sees us in the Olympics. We think he's a little bit ahead of us, maybe 10 years ahead, but we're definitely on that pathway to be able to create that whole new sport. Learning to ride the bike, there is a little bit of mastery. It's a bit different to riding on the land, but usually people get it within the first 20 minutes. So the first part is to obviously learn to be able to get the balance right, and then the turning is a little bit of mastery. And then once you've got that, it's like riding a bike. Once you've got it, you've got it. And then the submerged launch takes a little bit of time to get the mastery. It's more around getting the balance right to be able to come out of the water and plane. So typically we recommend people ride in places like here, where it's nice and flat and calm to learn to ride. And you can either launch from the beach or you can launch from a pontoon or a jetty. Those are sort of the easiest ways to learn to ride. At Manta5 we've got a whole Learn to Ride series, which is a series of video to be able to take people step by step through that process.
say this depth, but